Welcome to our Devos, where we are talking about how to deal with disappointment. What do we do when we go through those seasons of uncertainty where the thing that we appear to have lost is without any explanation? Like, we don't understand why it is the way it is. We don't understand how we got here. We don't understand how we can get through this. And that season of disappointment comes. I want to remind you of something, and this is where we can take control. It's important when you're in a situation that apparently is out of control. What can you control in that situation? What can you do in that situation? Here's what you got to keep in mind. Joy isn't based on circumstances, it's based on Christ. Joy is not based on circumstances, it's based on Christ. So at times we will say, I'm really miserable. I'm unjoyful. Like, this thing happened. This relationship didn't work out. I'm lonely right now. I thought that my life would look different. But I want you to know that joy is not conditional based on your circumstances. Joy is rooted in the person of Jesus Christ. And you have to anchor yourself to him. We have to anchor ourselves all to him in such a way where our joy is not penetrable. I am in a particularly weird season of what I'm doing on my side life, my business side life. It sounds like I have like a Broadway or something. But like my business, I do coaching, I do consulting, I've done public speaking training, I've worked with all these businesses, and I made a huge shift at the end of 2024, where I kind of went all in on my own stuff and doing my own stuff and developing my own programs. And it was really different because for the last decade, I've worked with a really good company, and it's weird to be in this season. And one of the things that I've noticed, and if you are a business owner or if you're a manager or if you're a leader, this is how it goes. It's almost like a binary pattern. You start one day and you're like, this is awesome. I'm killing it. Made some sales. I'm doing great. The next day you're like, I'm the stupidest person alive. I'm not talented. I'm not. The next day you're like, this is going to be awesome. I don't know why didn't I do this 20 years ago? Why didn't I do that? And you go through that. And then the next day you're like, I think I probably should not even work anywhere. I don't think I'm able to be gainfully employed anywhere. I don't think that you go through these seasons of self-doubt, these days of self-doubt. And what I have to keep telling myself is my joy is not dependent on what's going on in my business. My joy is not dependent on what's going on in the life of the church, though you might want it to be. It's not. My joy is not dependent on how happy my family is. My joy comes from the person of Jesus Christ. It's from his personhood. He's the one that is the author of joy. He's the one that is the author of contentment and comfort. He is the God who does those things. And it says in Philippians chapter 4, verse 4, rejoice in the Lord always. Again, the Apostle Paul says, I say rejoice. And that is a command that can be done on command. He didn't say, I hope tomorrow you're able to rejoice. I hope you get some rejoicing. The weatherman says there's 80% chance of rejoicing with a slight 20% chance of really being down and depressed. He tells us to rejoice as if it's something we have control of, because we do. We do have control of that. And when we realize we have control of that, we take our joy from Christ, then Christ will show us that he is all that we've ever needed. And our disappointment will be seasonal, and it won't be the end of our story. So if you're disappointed, you have to encourage yourself in the Lord as King David did. You have to bear with this season, knowing that you're not in it alone, knowing that you're not by yourself, knowing that you are able to see exactly what God has for you. But you have to be willing to go through the fog of disappointment to get to truly who God has created you to be.